Episode 8, I think. Welcome back to the Content Cave. Today we have Myran.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm supposed to know the number of the podcast, bro. Every single week you're like, are we on 7? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, you got the mods, bro. Just go back.
I'm gonna just say it's 8. We're calling it 8.
We're calling it 8.
Yeah.
We can go with 8.
Okay.
We can go with it. Myran approves. Myran goes with 8. Ladies and gentlemen,
Myran.
we got Myran on the podcast this week. Star-studded. We've had a star-studded, last 7 episodes, I guess you could say.
We have, yeah.
It's been crazy. Yeah, so Myran, welcome. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to do this. No offense, I didn't know this was a thing. I don't keep up a lot of stuff. And then I saw Mr.R tweet about it, and I was like, well, if Ramen's on it, it's big.
If Mr.R is there, you got it. Like, you got to naturally.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Mr.R. Ramen, we're friends. I can call him.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Basis,
Okay, yeah.
You know, exactly.
I'm bad.
Bro, he's following me, but one time I asked him for Wi-Fi, and he said no because of the connection. And I was like, all right, bro, that's all right. I'll show myself out, you know. But I see you guys are the first thing, but you had to show him up, right? Like, that's why you're here. Like, it's not. Yeah. You realized he's on here, then why the hell am I not on here? That's basically.
Yeah. There's like a hierarchy that I've got to maintain.
Yeah.
And if you're anywhere not on the tier or above of Ramen, then it's like.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be sure to add him when the podcast is done and just show him this part specifically, so he knows that
he knows where it's at.
Yeah.
He knows the tier system of your Myran hierarchy.
Yeah. Right. It's kind of an American European thing. He'll understand.
Oh, he gets it. Okay. You run the numbers on that one. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh my gosh, exactly. What do you got on your wall behind you? I like the posters, but I can't see them because I'm blind.
Ooh.
I've got you probably can't see them either because I don't really have a good way to get it. It's like a Goku one, 2 Sora/Kingdom Hearts ones, an Olimar one.
Okay.
Up the boy.
Classic.
Yeah.
Another really big Kingdom Hearts one that is actually like double-sided in the sense that it's not back and front, but if you turn it upside down, it's other characters that face properly.
Oh wait, what? You got some weird poster. That's crazy. Wait, so if you flip it, then it's just.
Yeah, if you like the top is like, Sora, Riku, Donald, and if you flip it, it's like Roxas, Axel, Mickey, and it's super high quality. I got it at Evo, cost me a pretty penny. And then I got a Final Fantasy IX poster, and then I got an Aegis / poster because that's one of my favorite Pokemon. And I have some other posters that I've just honestly been too lazy to put up.
Dude, I same here with the poster game because I have so many of them now and I just haven't put them up. But they've been growing on me. I used to not be like a poster guy, and I used to kind of think they were dumb, to be honest. And then I was like, wait, I kind of rock with them.
Wait, what you rocking though? What you got saved up?
The only one I have on my room's a mess, but we're gonna show the content game. That's my Pop Smoke poster. Otherwise, that's all I got. I have like 2 in Toronto, and they're like more gaming related. I got the Grand Theft Auto 5 map because that's like a classic, the one that comes with the game. Like you open up the game disc and it like comes in, and then I have one of those like vaporwave K Rule things. It looks sick. You've seen that one? Yeah. You know the guy Justin Warren? Yeah, he's dope. But then the Pop Smoke one rests proudly on the wall. So that's the only one I got. But we're building, King.
I got one coming in for my wall. I can't show it off to you yet, but it cost like a friend got it for me for $500, right? Okay, hear me out though. Right?
Sorry. No, you're gonna have to run that back.
Okay.
What kind of waifu shit are you buying?
No. You think,
bro? What kind of laminated paper
you would think?
This guy got the primo card stock. Like it's not gonna come rolled up because it'll crinkle it. No. It's gonna come fully flat with the frame. What did you buy for $500? Are you crazy?
The artist is from Russia. Her name is Pepe Angelo. It's a picture of Pepe, right? And he has a frog. He has a wine glass, right, covered in robes.
Sorry, time out. Every time I hear Pepe, I'm such a boomer that I think of Pepe the prawn from the Muppets. So that's why I always have to clarify. In my head, I'm like, oh, he has Pepe the prawn like anyone else would. That's the first Pepe that comes to mind.
What's even crazier is that he's explaining how he got a $500 meme poster.
Yeah.
It's like,
wait. It's clicking. Okay, now keep going.
Yeah, so it's Pepe. He's dripped out, right? Dripped out in the robe, right? And he's got like a little wine glass, and he's big chilling. He's in a chair. He's holding this wine glass up. He hasn't sipped it yet. It's filled to the brim, and he's just in that moment before he tastes the wine. Yeah, what's up?
So then my question is after, are you paying $500 because Pepe's wearing like an off-white hoodie or like a Supreme like bomber jacket? Like, what's the reason? Are you paying for a brand name, or why is it $500? Because I'm having trouble wrapping my head around $500 for a picture of Pepe.
Yeah, it's one of the only 2 in the world apparently too. So it's like it's some
okay.
art. It's some like art that like I'll have and I can flex that it's one of the only 2 in the world.
So you found a random artist or was told about it who did this extremely specific painting. You're like, well, there's only 2 of them. That makes it valuable.
That makes it super valuable. Yeah.
That makes it.
Like, it's
Wait,
not
but that's
in
like
demand,
uber specific.
Yeah.
Well, clearly it's not because there would be more
Right.
$500 Pepe posters floating around.
There are. She has like a whole like I looked at her business, bro. It's
Wait,
I
sorry,
think
wait, is her business entirely
Yeah. Yeah,
but,
and
like,
she does well.
exclusive?
She's doing good. Like, cause I think it's the people who meme on Reddit who have all this money to throw around, and they're like, I'm jokingly gonna buy it, and they buy 5 or 10 of the Pepe paintings for $1,000 each. They pay in Bitcoin because she says Bitcoin, and then she makes like tons
Yeah,
of
why
money.
wouldn't they, right?
Well, it's fun. I guess it's the funny joke, you know. Like it's like,
Both
you know,
and I were like, yeah, classic. Like why wouldn't they pay in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
It sounds like these are, like you said, it's like the Reddit memers who just have way more money and they're like, well, for the joke, and then they spend 10 grand and they're like, well, it doesn't bother me. I'm rolling in cash.
yeah, the
Rolling
GameStop.
in Bitcoin.
I'm
Yeah.
a
Virtual money.
retiring Smash player. Yeah, I have to save my money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm
of
in
course,
poverty
of course.
esport.
yeah.
But it's for passion though. That's the
For
thing.
fashion.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
always
yeah.
It
have a
balances
passion
out.
for it. Yeah. I have
Of course.
fun.
Well, we all have fun playing this
Fun.
game, especially right now in the Wi-Fi meta.
Wi-Fi, right,
Absolutely.
guys? We love Wi-Fi,
It's a
huh?
hoot.
Min
Oh,
Min.
it's my favorite.
We like
Bro,
Min Min.
literally, I just like have not been playing this game, but thank God I got like a new sponsor recently because that's like kind of like reignited my passion to want to play more Smash.
Dude, can we
Like,
talk
straight
about
up-
your sponsors of like the players you're
Oh, I just
sponsoring?
had to drop them. I just had to drop it real quick, just kind of
Just-
flex on everyone.
No, the sponsor, the people
in
you're
there.
sponsoring right now, like the players you've been picking up for the K Nation.
Oh wait, are you talking about that? No, I meant like Illusion picking me up. But
Oh,
we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about my nation sponsorships. Did you guys like that tweet today I put out where I'm posing as Scar and then I have the 3? I have Broken, Chunky Kong, and Blue Jay, and they're the hyenas. How funny is that shit? That's killer. No, for those that don't know, I've been picking up like, shall we say in quotations, controversial members of the Smash community to sponsor. Mostly because I think that people are giving up on them for somewhat BS reasons and somewhat valid reasons, but I kind of want to experiment to see where that goes. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's weird because like you kind of they do kind of give up on him. Most Smash players, don't take offense to it. A lot of Smash, no, I don't say most. A lot of Smash players are terrible at social interactions, so they need a bit of
Right.
guidance. You know, maybe this is their first rage in the Smash EG chat. We have to, correct them as a community, not ban them. And
Yes.
you need a little love. They're
And
just
then funnel them around. Yeah. Just kind of guide them down the right
Yeah.
path. That's kind of what I told them for all that. I was like, hey, listen, I'm not going to tell you to like not be you, but also like, there's a line. Like, the line. Don't be an idiot.
I
That's
like-
basically what I told them.
I like to put it this way, yeah, because everyone's gonna shit talk each other, right? I mean, it wouldn't be a fighting game if we weren't, but like, don't do it in that Smash GG chat. Do it on your stream to your chat who
Bro.
will support you. Be like, that guy sucks. He's carried. Not, yeah, GG's, dude. I hope you fall down a flight of stairs playing off the Legos. Like, you gotta chill, dude.
I thought you were going to say well for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's
Fall down
equally
a
as good
well
though.
on some Legos.
Yeah, fall down. I hope you fall down a well, bro. Because wells still exist, right? Just classic, like us in the 21st century, just vibing with the wells.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go down to my local watering hole. Pick up some water and shit. No, you're right. It's like that. When that hit me, though, I realized I was like, wait, you just got to say GG and then leave.
Dip
That's
immediately.
it. Like it's so easy to type like anything, but if you just say good games and then walk away from the setup, you can't get in trouble. Then you say all of it on your stream verbally and no one actually clips it or has a problem.
I
The
actually
moment you do it in the chat.
had something like that happen. I was in a tournament the other day and I was playing against Vin, the Zelda player.
Mhm.
And I lost to Vin. I was like, fucking care. I think I might have called him dog shit. I don't remember. I don't remember. But I was like tilted, right? It's Zelda, it's Wi-Fi, it's shit happened. And I lose, I'm like, GG. Or I didn't even say anything. There was no Smash GG bullshit. And I'm going on there. And the next day, they're like, oh, did you see the tweet about you by Vin? I was like, no, I didn't. I don't follow him. I didn't. Was he mad? Was there like, I guess I insulted him. He can get over it. I stand by what I said. It's Wi-Fi. But you gotta separate it. As long as they can't do anything if you think a dude sucks. It's
That's true.
Yeah, like what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
But a lot of the smashers are little kids, so
It's also
That's
too
true.
like League is like a perfect example of a game that can just tilt you because it's so easy to type. When you hear someone's voice, is a lot different to like insult them because you're like, I feel like most people have like they change their heart a little bit when you hear it's like a just a young kid you're yelling at. But when it's on the internet and there's just a name, it's so easy to just type some mad shit at them, and then just like get it out there, and then they give it back to you or whatever, and then it evolves. But Valorant isn't that bad because post game, when you lose, it's over. You can't talk to the other team anymore. So like, there's no way to like salty tweet at them unless you add them after and they add you back, and then it kind of goes wherever. But
Listen, you're so right about all of these, and I think about every time I've been in a COD lobby, and I'm like, oh my god, these guys don't care. Like it's actually such a night and day difference. Like people call Smash toxic, and I'll join a COD public lobby.
Oh, God,
you
yeah.
just set your stopwatch before you hear a slur, and then unpause it. You'll get a world record right away. It's actually insane. Like it's crazy, and you get to communicate with the enemy team after you get killed, and also after the games are over and before they start. So literally, it's just a cesspool of like, it's just a mess, bro. Like I don't even use my mic anymore unless I'm actually playing competitive because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. It's insane.
Yeah.
most Smash players, I don't think I get why you don't want that shit in your community, but like there's so much, you have to have a face to a name almost anytime you're doing a tournament. You can't anonymously do it.
Yeah.
So there's always that repercussion. But yeah, people act like they've never seen this, and I'm like, have you just been oblivious to every other gaming or not even just anything? Like I grew up, playing Halo, playing whatever, and you would just didn't matter. You could not even fit the build, and they were calling you it, right?
Yep.
If there's the anonymity behind it, they don't care, and you just kind of gotta block them or go on your way and get over it. If someone calls me bad, I had death threats when I was winning tournaments in 2019 or doing
You
really
got
well.
death threats for
Jesus.
I had
tournaments,
people
dude?
message me. They're like,
Bro, who's
I-
that mad at Olimar that they're just
Oh my
Right?
cutie,
Trying to
bro.
kill
He's
you.
I
like,
didn't even win the major. I was like, bro, ally won. What do you want from me? Like,
wait, and that guy touched children. So what?
right? It's like I'm the problem. No, people get furious, and it's like, and I know there's guys that've got to win HBox. They get the
We just lost every
crap
sponsor that we possibly have. With that one, but
God.
that's all right.
But,
God.
no.
Oh my
Furious,
god.
and you just kind of learn to block it. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. You guys got the major and ally won that tournament, bro. The irony, they're killing you, bro. Oh my god. Well, bro, it's not even just like esports, right? Like I grew up playing in like 90, like I played like a ton of different organized sports, like just I was interested in. My parents said you had to at least play one sport until like high school, and then at that point like you're an adult, do whatever the fuck you want. But like people would shit talk then, and I was like 12.
oh yeah.
Like you'd be playing like a hockey game, and some guy would call you Dusty, and then just skate by you. Like you literally like there's shit talk in every aspect of competition, right? Like it's not just like esports exclusive, but I feel like with Smash community more so than any community I've been around or involved in, like it's almost like it is just as toxic, but definitely not just as a lot of them, but it is toxic to a certain extent. But it's like a lot of people like see like small things but like think it's a huge issue, like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, I think it's like this is gonna probably be controversial. I try not to touch down on this topic that much because it's such a
Sure.
you walk on glass.
You don't
It's like a
push the
toxic
buttons.
positivity where it's got to be.
oh wait, that's like a definition. You just spit some new words. I'm gonna
It's
see
like
that
you
in a
have to be
dictionary.
this perfect, pristine example of sportsmanship and moral code, and if you break that at all, then it's getting out the pitchforks and it's hunting you. Because you have people and they put on such a great online kind of presence. They'll be like pristine and they always say the right thing. But I can assure you, I've hung out with top players, I've met them. None of them, absolutely, your favorite top player, they're not the guy you know online. They don't fit
not
that
even
bill.
Yeah.
And they'll say the shit. They're not out there being bigots, but they'll say stuff that you would be like, did you just say that? Like it happens, right? Like people are people, and it's not necessarily like they're attacking people, but every single person online, they're full of shit. They're bullshitting you,
it's fact.
and you're eating it up because you gotta virtue signal and feel good about it.
Well, bro, like I figured that out too, because like a lot of top players and I like became mutuals over the summer, and like it's a different environment seeing them on their timelines versus talking to them in DMs.
Yeah.
Like it's a very different environment, bro. Like the things I've heard in like top player DMs, it's hilarious. Like it's honestly funny. And then you go to their profile, like it's exactly like they have feelings, you know, and I don't think anyone should be expected really to like kind of conduct themselves
Yeah,
100% happy all the time. Like GG's well played, like, you know, we all get mad at shit like that, right? So I get it. It's frustrating, but I can't really imagine like kind of being in that light, because like I don't think I have a big enough following that's an issue for me, because I can still say whatever I want really, and I get away with it. Like, you know, like I don't have that many people behind me compared to like the big boys, so it's like I'm vibing, you know, I'm chilling, I can say whatever I want. But if I get, you know, 10 times the amount of people I have now, then I kind of gotta watch my mouth a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and it sometimes feels like people are just ready for you to fuck up. They're like, oh yeah, say that thing that we're waiting on, you know. I've got my clip button ready.
Yeah bro, they got the camera, they're just to catch you lacking. Yep, absolutely. You always gotta be ready.
Thankfully,
oh god,
it's got better. No, go on, you were saying.
Oh, sorry, I was just saying, like, because I used to play like competitive Fortnite a lot. The amount of times I go on it, I actually stopped using Instagram because of this, because I get clipped by some kid name be like, use code like Chungus420 or something. I go on Instagram and he's tagged me in it, and he'd be like, this shitter got mad, I beat him. And it's like, validly, dude, like you stalked me for 5 fucking minutes. Like, what do you think was gonna happen when you I found out you were stream sniping me? Like, eventually I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together. Like, you were in my last game and you're in this game and now you're in the next game. Like, because they just tag you, and it's like, what do you think? Like, no one's gonna be happy when you kill them, and then are like literally actively cheating to do so. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, hey, GG man, you stalked me. Games. What could I have done? You knew everything about me. I didn't know who you were. Like, oh man, like you just outplayed me. Like,
no, I don't get the point of stream sniping. I really don't. Like, I just don't understand how it can be enjoyable for the person, because like the person doing it, right? You have to, first of all, it's a time investment.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of streamers have delays and whatnot, and you have to like really understand the streamers, everything. Like, you have to do your research before you can stream snipe someone. So then you have to wait, and you have to like queue your games roughly to when you think. Like, there's some streamers with like 20-second delays, like intentionally to avoid that. And if you stream with a 20-second delay, like how much time are you realistically spending like, queuing up for a game 20 seconds, and then like, ah, shit, I didn't get in the same lobby. Like, I just can't imagine that being fun for what? All you to go up to them and just kill them once, and then being like, and then your username is something like X streamer sucks at Fortnite or whatever. Like, it's stupid. It's not.
It goes back to that, like, there are some weird ass people out there, and they're so, you know, I think they hyper focus on like, oh, if I stream snipe this guy, it's gonna, and it's like, no, dude, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get like a 30-second dopamine hit, and then you're gonna go back to being depressed because you're gonna realize you don't have any more juice to go with. You know, you're all out. And it's rough out there for him, and I feel a little bad because I'm like, because I've had people kind of like that in Smash even, where they're like, they'll wait to queue up on like Elite, and then they beat you, and they're like, ha, GG's man, and they're playing like Ganondorf with the laggiest connection you've ever played, and you're like, and like you can't like get mad at him, because then it's gonna be like, why are you getting mad at the weird kid who's popping off about his Ganon Elite Smash win? It's like, it's annoying.
Yep. Dude, I mean, I get like, I've got the amount of DMs I've gotten where I've been solo queuing on COD, or I've been on Elite, and people have been like, why'd you one and done me, bro? I'll be like, dude, like, it's a fucking Wi-Fi. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I'm sorry that I quit because your hero wasn't bussing for me. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. Like, and even COD too, like, I'll murk a lobby and then just like get the hell out of there, and then people would be like, dude, like, come back. Like, no, like, I'm not playing in that lobby. I quit for a reason, bro. Oh my god.
Totally fair.
Especially when they find out who you are, like, later. Like, they'll do it the first time, or like maybe they beat you in something, and it's whatever. And they find out you might have like a drop of clout, and they're like, hey, yo, hold up, let me get in there. Like, my man like tweet at you or whatever. Like, I think tweeting at someone is like the weirdest thing ever. I'm sure like you guys both have that happen where you lose something and someone tweets at you. It's like, I saw that one Inkling tweet at like MVD when he beat him with like an Inkling combo, and I was like, bro, hello.
Yeah, dude, just beat MVD, and then it was like at MVD right after.
He was there. Like, he was there, dude.
Him and then added him like he wasn't there. Exactly.
You can't do that, dude. It's I was talking about this on my chat the other day, and I was like, yeah, you know, because I expect, like, people, you know, if you're in a tournament, you beat a top player, you're going to pop off, feel good. So you make your tweet, go on your way. Like, if you don't tag him, it's fine, right? You're just feeling good.
Yeah.
And it's even worse, not when the guy who wins tags, because he could just be kind of, like, dumb or oblivious. It's when their friends tag you. And they're like, hey, dude, come look at Joe Schmo who bodied you. You're all bad. And it's like, now I hate you and your friend. Like, what is this bullshit, right? It's like, and it's like a cluster of just like assholes. Like, this is why you're not catching W's often, because you're too busy wasting time on Twitter. It's
But bro, it's so easy to waste time on Twitter though.
It
That's
is,
true.
bro.
That's
Twitter's
true.
Dude,
a
I mean, like,
radical,
Twitter's
dude.
just, but bro, like, even like TikTok, bro.
Oh,
like,
don't even, dude.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
I literally, okay, I'll be
Oh.
frank. When I got TikTok, I still talk shit about TikTok because I
same.
think it's the worst app, bar none, on the planet. Like, when I heard it was being banned in the States, I was honestly like, good.
Yeah, thank God, thank God,
and
honestly.
I don't even think it is being banned anymore. Like,
No,
still
it's
people
not.
are using it. Like, so it really didn't come to fruition. But I kind of, my first reaction was like, good. Because for one, the app is like from a security perspective, like awful. Like, and obviously all social medias are like that to a certain extent. So like, I'm not gonna harp on that one too much. But bro, I'll literally be on the For You page, and you'll spend first of all like 3 hours scrolling on that app, and you don't even fucking realize it. And then if somebody asks you what you just saw in the last 3 hours, you won't be able to tell them anything.
You lose
It's
brain cells.
insane.
You
It actually
lose
is.
brain
It's insane.
cells.
But literally, the content on that app is ridiculous. It'll literally be someone being like, having sex with my boyfriend's best friend challenge. It's like, what? Like,
Phase
yeah,
up.
my girlfriend prank. Like it's fucking so stupid, and all of them are like that. Or the ones that tell me the most, or the ones that it's like a guy will like have like this DSLR camera, like a really nice fucking camera, okay? And he'll go to like stores. He'll walk into a store like Baskin Robbins, and he'll be like, "I asked Baskin Robbins if they wanted me to film a free promo video for them. They said no." And he goes to like 6 different ice cream shops before they finally say yes. And he's like, "All right, like for part 2." And I'm like, "Fuck!" Like
The part 2s are so bad, dude.
They're so annoying, dude. Literally all the time with the part 2s.
I remember that feels like a lot of the older YouTube prank
Yeah.
style shit, but it's so much. It's short form now, so you get drawn into the bullshit. At least with like one of those videos, it'd be like a 13 minutes of just bullshit that you can just like ingest. But now it's like you're like part 2,
dude, you
part
get
2,
so...
you know, and then you baited.
And also, more famous people are on this thing than YouTube. Because YouTube, it's like if for example, like let's say like some Office actor goes on YouTube, they have to have like the camera, they have to be funny, they have to do stuff. There's like a bar requirement to be on there. Otherwise, you just look like a famous person trying to leech off
the
YouTube.
algorithm too is a lot different.
Yeah.
Like, the TikTok algorithm is so easy.
But like, someone on The Office goes in and says a funny line on TikTok. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's so funny," and they can just be themselves for like 10 seconds, and they get a ton of like the clout that they're trying to get. So it's like much easier.
It's like Vine 2.0.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And I used to binge so much Vine. Oh my god.
So bad.
It's so easy to just get lost in the weeds on it, bro. But like, especially because now that my FYP, like my For You page is so synonymous to my interests for the most part. Like I would say it's 85% stuff that I'm into, and it's just a death trap because I'll be scrolling and it'll be like baseball, gym stuff, girl shaking her ass, more baseball, more ass, more ass, way more ass, way more ass. Like I'm just scrolling and I just can't fucking like. They know what I like, bro. And then there's that 15% like for part 2, like that annoying shit. But like 85% like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Like I can't get away from it.
I know. I think like Fatality is a guy who I've seen like, I'm deleting all social media and unfollowing everyone, so I never see anything. And I'm like, all right, yeah. So what do you do? Like, what do you do with your day now? Like, what do you?
I've never, dude. Every time I go to his account, I realize he has a shit ton of followers, but he's following 0 people. And how did that even work?
He unfollowed everyone.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I don't want to see anything. So I'm assuming when he sees, because he retweets shit, or like, does he just have like a follower who's always like, fatality, come look at this, and then he tags him in some post. But even then, it's like, I think I have a good balance about it. Like when I wake up, I'm sitting there browsing the phone, right? It's like, let's catch up, right? But I don't think by me not having those, I would be any more productive because I'm just lazy. So if I want to procrastinate, I'm gonna find a way to do it. I'm gonna type in Gordon Ramsay makes beef Wellington on YouTube, whether I have TikTok or not. So you just gotta, you're gonna find it. So.
Bro, we damn well know you ain't making the beef Wellington. We've all seen that video. People have seen the Christmas video of Gordon Ramsay making the beef Wellington with the walnuts too. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He goes, "It's my Christmas touch," and he adds the walnuts. We've all seen the video. None of us have made the damn beef Wellington. Literally none of us.
But I watch it with the passion of Gordon. I let him carry me through that video.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. No, you're right. Like, you're absolutely right. But that video slaps though. Gordon Ramsay, that video slaps.
I had like a phase. My ex used to get on me about this all the time because I would just
women.
Gordon Ramsay videos. She'd be like, "Are you gonna make me any of this?" And I'll be like, "I mean, I don't have the stuff for beef Wellington, but I'll make you some."
Yeah, you want me to spend like $60 on like a fresh tenderloin? No way.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But no, you definitely get in those. I mean, we all do it. at least for me, it's the most on YouTube, where you just get into that one topic and you just watch it for like a week straight of random shit. And the recommended just boom, 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 boom,
Bro,
boom.
It's
that's
so
been happening to
bad.
me recently. Let me tell you. Okay, I saw, because I was really bored one day, and I got some food and I went to go watch something. Nothing on my YouTube was speaking my name. I went on Netflix and started watching like 10 minutes of Beyond Scared Straight, which is the funniest show ever in my opinion.
Yeah,
like that show actually kills me. There's a lot of sad moments, but it's also kind of fucking hilarious. Like this 12-year-old kid would be like, I fight, I steal, I'm a gang member. I'm like, bro, what? When I was 12, like I was literally just like vibing. I was just drawing.
Play
like,
Pokemon, dog. Like what?
No, literally, like it's insane. But I watched that show and then my YouTube recommended. I don't know if it's synced up or they heard
100%
something.
is.
It's like for sure. They recommended me a video of a show called 60 Days In, which is also by A&E, which is essentially a show where people can volunteer to go to jail. And basically, as that volunteer process, they give information. So they're basically like rats, but like they do it for like personal reasons. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why you would want to go to jail for 60 days.
I've never thought
Regardless,
about
they keep recommending me videos where like Dion finds contraband in his cell, and they're like 2 minutes long. But ever since like 2 weeks ago, I've been getting all these videos. Never watched the show, but now I'm walking around my house like, fucking, who's got the contraband? Anyone got the hooch? Like, I don't understand why those videos are having an effect on me. I'm like, if anyone calls me a bitch, I'm fighting them right fucking now.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you just get super into it, and then for the next like 3 months, if anyone asks about jail, you'd be like, "Oh, don't I know?" And
Yeah,
you're like, seriously,
I've been there
man,
actually.
Shank spider. I know how to get one. I know how to make a doo-wop cake. Thank you. 60 days in, best of in jail. You know, like literally, like I know way too much about prison, and I'm never going to jail. Like, fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx myself. You know,
I had a similar stint on it. I watched a guy. I don't know if you ever heard him. His name is Big Herc, big black dude in jail, and I learned the terms. You know, getting your wig split. You know, getting all that. Is like, oh god, there was another one. Is God, I can't remember what it is. Fuck, I can't remember it.
Myran, the podcast is ruined.
It was,
oh my!
It was just this huge black dude who was in jail for like robbing a bank or some shit for like 10 years. Here's how you don't get stabbed in jail. Here's how you hide your shank. Here's how you do. It's like the most fantastic tips. You know, I feel great in jail now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready for jail.
You really get invested, and then all of a sudden one day you'll get on. You'll be like, I don't care about jail anymore. I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. And then, dude, I swear though, I make these full circles though with that content where like periodically throughout the year I'll circle back to it.
Yeah.
Like, I swear,
Once a
like
year.
my content feed right now too is like a lot of workout stuff, but like, and also a ton of Hearthstone stuff as well. But like, I had no Hearthstone stuff for like the last 8 months, but then like the year before around the same time, I had a ton of Hearthstone stuff. Like, it's just ooh, like it's a seasonal thing too. I swear, they got so many elements.
Bro, with that jail stuff, I think I watched one on Netflix. This dude like goes into like maximum prisons and then exists in there and tries to like get a feel for their life and stuff. The one thing that I can't ever like, I immediately was like, this is so cap, because he goes in there and his thing is that he like had tax fraud or tax evasion or whatever, right? He's in these prison cells with dudes who are like,
that's just like a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic, like a white, yeah.
It's just tax evasion. You have to pay it.
Yeah, but like all the guys he's with have like some severely bad charges, and like, but I can't help but imagine the camera guy's there and they're like, we're gonna beat you up, and he's like, and then the scene like cuts away and you're like, okay, he's obviously not gonna get his ass kicked because there's a dude in 4K like sitting there watching this, like he's not gonna let it happen, like he's fine, but it's like, how do the criminals not just like want to immediately, like maybe they play it up or something, but it's like, it's so obvious that he doesn't belong there because he's like, they're like, oh yeah, like I stabbed like 16 families, and he's like, I did tax evasion. We're equal, you know what I mean? Like
we're not so different.
Bad guys, you and I.
I wonder if the cameraman eggs it on, and that reminds me. So there was a show. It was a reality show called Kid Nation that I learned about through a JonTron video where he's like making fun of it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much 40 kids in the desert in a town that's been abandoned by themselves, and they have to do challenges, and they got to run.
Oh my! That show's ridiculous. That show's weird.
And there was one scene in the first episode. It's the youngest kid. He's like 7 or 8, and he's literally crying. He ran behind a building. They couldn't find him. He's crying, and the cameraman just zoomed in on him crying about wanting his parents. And it's like, was he like, yeah, keep it up, kid. Come on, keep the tears rolling. He doesn't offer to help the 8-year-old kid crying in the desert. But it's like, how do you do that? Like, was he like keep it going? So I wonder if like the prison cameraman's like, yeah, fuck him up. I want to see.
Yeah, get him. Yeah.
Like he's there to get his footage. So it's
yeah,
some wild
maybe.
ass shit.
Like he probably thinks his cameraman's got his back, and then he's like, "Hey, yo, you got me, right?" He's like, "I got you," and then they start beating him, and he's like, "Hey!"
When the fist is thrown, he's out of there, bro. Frame one, they're gone. They're fucking gone. But bro, that shit's ridiculous too. That show with the desert thing, bro. They literally let these like 40 kids just do whatever the hell they wanted, like a horrible idea. And you have this one bully like running the whole thing. Like it was literally a desert prison. Like it was literally 60 days in, but with children. Like they just put them on like a remote island and we're like, all right, bro, free, like Lord of the Flies.
They drove them out in a bus. I was like, this shit looks like something out of Holes when he's getting drove out to the desert.
Oh my god, that movie Holes. Yeah, the book. Yeah. Well, dude, I low-key accidentally said Lord of the Fries instead of Lord of the Flies, and that got me thinking of like a spin-off of that desert show, but just with all the kids are like overweight and they're getting them to lose weight. Like, how funny would that be? Like a boot camp with.
I feel like the kids wouldn't like that one too much.
God, no, they probably would. They would probably get shut down too.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, those consent forms must be massive. They must be so big.
I mean, even the one they did do, the Kid Nation, like clearly the parents were the ones choosing these kids to go on.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
for sure.
You know, in that first episode, that like 8-year-old kid leaves. It's like, no, the 8-year-old kid doesn't want to be starved for water, working in a saloon with no air conditioning. They were like, is that a scorpion in that box when they got on one of the built? Like, no, dude. There's so many like legal issues that are going to come up with that. And it was even worse because they didn't tell you in the beginning, but I guess literally moments after that kid left, they had a town hall and the host is there. And he's like, oh, and you can win this gold star for $10,000. Literally, as the kid walks to the door, he's like, all right, now that he's gone, we can pull out the money and show him that he missed out. And it's like,
fuck kid.
Like they let him leave before they even know it's worth something. For all he knows, he thought he was just there to suffer.
Oh my gosh.
Bad boot camp.
It's an insane show. But like honestly, yeah, most reality shows are like whack, right? Like I mean, that one is certainly an extreme one, but like there's a ton of reality shows like that are just fucking murked, bro.
I mean, some of them you just eat up though, like the 90 Day Fiance stuff. Like I know that the footage is definitely fake as hell.
Dude, listen.
Oh, I eat it up.
I think that show's stupid.
It is.
But like, granted, there's this one episode that I was told about where this guy basically like tries to get in and like every day he just keeps calling his like new wife like fat.
Oh my god, yeah.
He was like the most disrespectful guy ever. He was like, yeah, she has a beautiful personality, but her body is so ugly.
It was like, oh dude, God. It was so like, bad.
Bro, and they're doing an interview and they're standing right next to each other. And I was like, how oblivious are you? She's right there. Literally, if she wants to, she could just be like, no, and you have no more green card, buddy. You're gone. You're gone.
So
like,
bad.
Like I did, insane, but kind of funny. Like
it was like funny because he just doesn't care. Like he's just there and he's like, he likes other girls clearly, but he just is using it for the. I mean, she doesn't. I feel so bad for everyone, like men or women who like bring over someone like younger or like definitely like not someone that they would normally be with, and they're like, yeah, they love me. And the person's like, I'm just here for the card, bro. Like once it's over, I'm out. Like.
Like between you and me,
yeah, like it's over.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of that going on. A lot of the setup shit just there for the card and stuff because some of the matches on that are so unrealistic.
Oh, they're so insane. Yeah,
you're just like I've seen some fucked up relationships in my day, but that's some new shit. But you know, they're probably also getting paid.
I've heard they get paid a bit.
Yeah, I mean, like if there's money, right? Like you can get anyone to do anything, really.
That's exactly how it is.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
They had no worries. They had there was a show I remember from like they canceled it a while ago, but it was killer. It was called I Survived a Japanese Game Show, and they got Americans to think that they won a trip to Japan, and then flew them out to Japan, and then put them on a game show without them knowing. And then told them that first place is like $200,000. So they actually stayed to compete. But like, could you imagine like someone tells you you're going on a 2-week vacation to Japan and then you just end up at a TV studio? And then bro, they got them to do the weirdest shit ever, but it was so funny. Like they gotta bring that back. Like that's the honestly, I don't watch TV anymore unless it's sports. Like I'll put on like sports games, like baseball mostly, and sometimes hockey, basketball, whatever. But like, dude, I never watched TV, but I would watch TV if they brought that show back.
I feel like that blurs the line. Like if you know, if someone's like, oh yeah, free trip to Japan 2 weeks, I'm like, all right, let's go. And they're like, you're on a game show. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Sure,
sure, buddy.
And then by the time you get in there, you're like, oh, I can't get out of here. I don't speak any Japanese. They're
it's
taking my
fine.
phone.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't win, I'm gonna
Oh,
die.
yeah, that'd be so scary.
No, bro, that's probably why it only had like 1 or 2 seasons on it. Like probably for the legal aspect of like, oh, you won a free trip, JK, now you're in a foreign country.
Yeah.
Go have fun. You know?
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
It's a different environment, yeah, than probably what they were expecting. I'd do it. I don't know about you guys. I'd definitely.
I'd probably do it.
Sounds like
It'd be a good experience.
Like it would be so much fun. Plus, like for $100,000, $200,000, absolutely.
I mean, I'd go on a Japanese game show if they told me I was going on. I'd be like, let's fucking go. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Run it.
I think I'd do it for free too. Like even if I didn't win anything, like it just sounds like a hoot. You know?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You gotta take those opportunities when you get them.
Absolutely. You gotta find your ways, right? Like any way to earn that bread. And even if it's not bread, right, you're getting that screen time. That's gotta translate to some sort of
That's
Twitter
true,
numbers.
yeah.
You come back and your Twitch is popping off because people saw you in Japan.
Like you're that
Yeah.
guy that face planted in the pile of oatmeal. You're like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
Dude, that's you say that, and it's just literally like so true. I guarantee we could look it up right now. There's some Japanese dude.
Yeah.
that is. It's natural for them. Like, did you have you guys ever seen the show? I've only seen like clips of it where they have to eat things. It's like they have a fake one and a
The
and, like,
shoe? Like they have
Yeah,
a
the
shoe that's
shoe
a
out of, like-
cake, but then they're like,
Yeah.
is it a cake or is it a real shoe? And you have to
And
like
it looks
put your mouth
identical
on
to
it
it.
and like
Yeah.
like guess if it. I thought of that one right away too. That's actually so funny that they
Yeah,
have.
'cause
Roll.
they do some really wild shit I've seen on
Yeah,
that. Like
their game shows are
insects,
way better
and
than ours. I don't
Yeah,
know
our
why
game
we
shows
have
suck.
You get like
shit
shit like
ones.
Family Feud and bullshit like
Oh,
that,
it's
dude.
lame, dude. Yeah, like no, lame, so lame. Compared to that, they have the one too where they got like 2 people with mouths on either ends of tubes and they have to blow a cockroach.
Oh my-
Yep,
Oh.
yep.
It's disgusting, but it's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know. I think Americans could benefit
Yeah.
from stuff like that. Call me
Yeah.
crazy.
No, that'd be super fun. I mean, there's also like, isn't there the classic one where it's like the shapes in the walls?
Hole in the
Oh,
wall. I think
yeah.
they made an
Oh,
American
yeah.
version.
They made an American
of
version of that one.
There's
It wasn't
that,
as good.
Ninja Warrior was, oh my god, the original is so good if you guys have ever seen it. Where they're
Yeah.
up there on like Mount whatever the fuck it's called, and they're just
Mount whatever the fuck.
being playing all the time, and it's just. I remember watching G4 growing up, and that was one of the main shows on there, and it was just like. That was probably the most Japanese game show I'd ever watched. If you even want to call it a game show, I guess it kind of was like one.
Right.
But it wets your palate. Then it took them years to get an American one, and then you go watch American shit. It's just a disappointment. Like I've never
Yeah.
been like, let's turn on Wheel of Fortune, what Jeopardy. I mean, to be fair,
Well,
Jeopardy is
Pretty
pretty cool
kinda-
in its own right,
pretty
but I've
kinda
never
sucks.
like putting that on out of like anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's funny though, because like we're talking about like Japan having the cool shit and then it going to America and getting worse, but like King and I are in Canada and it's literally the worst of the American.
Yeah.
Like,
It actually
every
gets
time
worse
we
somehow
get
too.
anything, it's literally like, oh, this is just bad American, whatever. Like American Idol, anything like that. It's literally just like, oh, this is the American, but just like discount. Like it's just trash.
Yeah.
And then, so it's literally like, oh, you got this country over here that's doing it better. They're copying it. Oh, and then we get the copycat of the copycat.
Well, that's
Like
gonna
every
be
time we
rough.
talk about
Yeah.
Netflix, bro, like people are like, oh,
Oh.
you have American Netflix, like use a VPN. Because
Yeah.
our Netflix apparently is
So
dog water
crap,
compared to
dude.
American
Really?
Netflix.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
I've been
bad.
told that so many times. Like the amount of shows that you guys have compared
So
to us
bad.
is like astronomical. Yeah.
That's not too surprising. I know there's a couple times where I've even seen stuff where it's like you got to use the UK's Netflix to watch this super niche old show that you love that they only have over there for some reason.
Mm.
Yeah,
So-
the UK one too. I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the short end of the stick. Like no one
Yeah.
in America is like, oh, I gotta go on Canadian Netflix.
Oh no, I've never done that in my
Like
life.
literally, no one's talking about it.
Even those ads where they're like, use NordVPN to do, and they've never once mentioned Canada.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
never
like,
ever
really
go to
not
Canada.
No,
Not worth it, dude. Even our Wipeout was like the worst thing ever. It like the American
bro,
one was like
Canadian Wipeout sucks, dude.
it was
Like,
so bad. Like, every dude is like American. You have like these buff, people of all weights and sizes with funny personalities. America, it's like a guy who's like maybe he's kind of good, like
Yeah.
thin in shape.
Thin
He's
and
like,
thin-ish.
yeah, I come from and then he goes and does it, and then like he does it like moderately well. Like he doesn't
Come
really
from,
fail,
like,
but he doesn't really
A.
succeed. You know, it's like you can't really get hyped because he doesn't even really like he fails kind of, but like not really, and he doesn't really
yeah,
win.
Wipeout's
It's like
shit, dude.
there's like 6 dudes who look the same and like 6 girls look the same and they just compete. It's like, wow, I don't know who to cheer for, dude. Like, let's go, dude. Woo.
American TV shows do a good job of like the cast of people they get are the most wild motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I'm Jeb from down there in the bayou in Louisiana, and I farm crickets for a living. And then he's up against like Tyrone, the world's strongest man, and they both have to like navigate a unicycle on a bridge on fire. You're like, what's happening?
It's
And
so
none of them do it.
funny, dude.
Oh my
But there was
God.
the clashing personalities out there.
Well, bro, they gotta get an episode of like instead of it being like Wipeout like that, because obviously that's great. You want that diversity,
Yeah.
you know. But like the Bachelorette and the Bachelor, I don't watch either of them, but I know it's all hot people. They're all tens.
Oh yeah.
Why not
dude.
an episode of The Bachelor where instead of tens, there's just Cletus from Louisiana or something like you know, like how much better would that be if everyone on that show instead of being a 10 was like a 2? Like it would be way more
You make it a
fun.
real hard choice. Let the personality shine.
Oh yeah, seriously. At that
Dude, wait,
point,
have
looks
you
don't
guys
mean
seen
shit.
the one where you like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like you have to blind propose to them. Like you don't see what they look until you like want to marry them. You only get to know about their personality.
Sorry, wait.
It's Love at First Sight. It's called Love at First Sight.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
So you're in these
my
pods, right? And you can talk to the people on the other side. Like the girls can talk to the guys, right?
Oh, I think.
Okay.
And then
Right,
you
yeah.
can't see what they look like until you're like, I want to marry you. And then they come out and you see what they look like. So it's supposed to be like the like the looks. You look past the looks to see the
Has
personality.
there ever been an episode where it's been like, I want to marry you, and they pull the curtain back, and then he's like, divorce? Like, has that ever happened yet?
Dude, I will not lie. There was like this one guy who got memed on so hard. And I feel so bad. Like she thought he was like a 6 foot tall, like beautiful man, and then hey, support short kings. But I will not lie. She saw him, and her face was like, it was a little bit of like a, ooh, like sheesh, like what? Oh,
hide that, though.
hey,
Like,
little
what are
guy, you know?
you can't hide that. Though.
Nah, he.
Like you can't
Oh,
be
man.
marrying someone and then you see them and you're like, oh, like, you
It
can't,
was
like,
it was tough.
avoid it.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
it's. I mean, yeah. There's no way to really get around that because like, you can talk.
No,
about
you
them,
can't. How are you
like,
gonna play that off,
I
dude?
really want to.
I was coaching, my bad.
That's
Well, bro,
Really?
it's different. Listen, it's different if I'm talking with someone over the phone or like if it's a Tinder date and someone gets hella catfish hard. At that point, you maybe be like, oh, okay, like you know, you're trying to be nice about it. But like, if you're gonna marry someone, you show
Yeah.
up to the game show to marry the person on the other side of the curtain. It's marriage. Like it's marriage. It's serious, bro. And you look at her and she's like a 5, and you're like, ah, like you can't really hide it. Exactly. There's
There
no
was,
way
yeah, I
to
think only
hide
like one couple ended up getting married. The rest of them like immediately fell apart the moment they saw each other
Of
and were like
course.
not compatible. It was really rough, dude. It was tough.
Yeah, I can't imagine a game show is going to give you enough time to see if you want to marry someone. Those usually don't work out
Yeah.
too well.
Yeah, it's
Now, if
probably
they
not
did
enough
something
time.
where like here's Survivor, you get 6 months. The 2 survivors have to marry. Then you know they've bonded over
That's
their lack
true.
of resources
Be like,
and scheming
yeah.
to get everyone else.
What I'm hearing is we should just put Myran in charge of all American television.
I
I
agree.
would make fantastic.
Because
game
so far we've heard tonight that one, which sounds great, but also you know having Tyrone versus Cleta, like you are running the show, my
Yeah,
friend.
that's a
We'll
really
just get
good
you
concept.
on all of them, and then it's way better.
Great, yeah. You gotta give the people what they want. They don't want that Hayden, Braden, Jaden, O'Caden, whatever. You know, they don't want every square face 10 out of 10 dude. They want Cletus and Tyrone.
They
fighting
want
for
the 2s, they
farm
want
to
the
love.
3s.
Yeah.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
funny, dude.
Exactly.
I'll,
Then
I'll
listen,
put in my my application at NBC and see if they pick me up.
I'll send it. I got the connects, bro. I'll send
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
it. I got him. Bro,
Got him,
listen,
bro.
for those who haven't noticed, by the way, me and Myron have the same gaming chair.
Dude.
And
Did
we
you-
noticed this before, and we had like Myron and I already know each other. We've been mutuals for a decent amount of time now, right? But we, you know, I just saw it before the show, and I was like, fuck, like King's lacking, bro. You got just an all black
Man.
chair, black nerd chair, no red, no brand, you know.
Wait, how much did you pay for your chairs though?
100 something. I
Yeah, it
don't
was
know.
like 100, 120 or
Yeah,
something like that.
Same here. But listen, hear me out though. My chair broke, right? I
I was gonna say, wait, King goes through like 6 chairs a
Yeah.
week because his dump truck.
My
is
dump
so
truck is
fat
fucking
that he like listen.
big.
Like, I'm sorry. Every time I come into King's stream, I just
Yeah.
harass him. I'm like, dude, like,
Can I
how
say?
do you play the game when all I can focus on is just that absolute dumpster of an ass, bro? Like, I can't focus on shit because
I
every
will-
time
yeah.
I walk into the Twitch stream, I just see ass, bro.
No chairs have ever been uncomfy for me. I'll just say that.
It's hard when you live a blessed life. You know, we can't all
really
be packing in that department.
Well, dude,
But-
literally, like, I lost all that weight a while ago, okay? Like,
Mm.
2 years ago now, I think, right? But, like, after the initial weight loss of, like, the 60, 70 pounds, the only thing that I kept on me was the ass. So, for the first, like 6 months of getting, like, healthier from the initial weight loss, I was walking around with, like, this dumb truck. And I was, like, a skinny guy now at that point, but I just, like, fucking, my body was, like, whoop! Massive
Turn,
chase,
hit the
bro.
door, like, oh, is
I
that
just-
me?
Oh, oops. Who invited her? Oh my goodness, you know, like every time, ridiculous, bro. That's the one thing that stayed. Everything else was just
That's what you
God.
want to keep doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
good.
It's not a bad one. I mean, it's kind of gone now, but we're making it get back with like squat gains, so it balances out, right?
No, I feel that. I started doing the gym like halfway through last year with some friends, and it's been a process. Someone who didn't really work out before, and then I'm just like, oh, I'm getting bigger. All right, yeah, it's just slowly getting on. All right, yeah, I can fuck with this. And you just slowly get there, and it's you just feel good about it. It's like,
it is.
Me.
It's like such a good feeling to go to like, because especially too, like a lot of people when they start working out, we'll see immediate results within 2 weeks. Immediate, like it's very apparent when you start lifting, like even if you're like scrawny or if you're like fat or even if you're already like genetically okay, like you know, like you're gonna look better after 2 weeks of just going to the gym like regularly.
Yeah, like it starts filling out a lot more comfortably. And you know, my routine hasn't been perfect because I mainly go with friends, so we might skip some every now and then. But it's just been like a world of difference. I'm like, yeah, I just like having more of everything because it's not like a bad everything. You know, it's not like putting down a quarter pounder and then like, oh, I want to die. You know, it all works out. And then I'm fucking when I'm at the gym with my boys, I'm loud. Like I'll be cracking jokes, saying to my stock, like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no.
Oh, bro, I thought when you were gonna say you're loud, like you're kind of like the moaner. Like
no,
that guy at the like every time you lift a weight, you're just like Armada Myran. There's
a Smash player named Black Guy Gamer, and he's from my same area of Florida. And he is I believe he played college football. He's a big, like 6'4", 6'5", huge man. And I'm at the gym, and he ended up going to the same gym as me. I'm like, hey, how's it going? To this big black dude. My friend's like, what the fuck's he doing? And I go over there and I start dapping him up and shit. And they're like, what is he doing? He's gonna get us killed. And like, you know this man? I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, that's Myran. And then all that. And they're like, what the? How do you know this guy? I'm like, yeah, you know how it is. You just smash players, come from all shapes and sizes.
Myran, man.
Exactly.
No, you gotta give it to him straight. You can't bullshit it.
No, it's fine.
But no, it's a great time.
It is. The gym's a hoot. But like dude, Smash players, the diversity of body type in the Smash community is insane. Like especially in Toronto, bro, the amount of different shapes I've seen at one venue at one time is insane. And speaking of venues, listen, we've approached the drum roll one question. And I'm glad that you didn't watch other podcasts, as you said earlier, just so we can like spice it on maybe. Okay, ready. Okay. So how long have you been competing, by the way? This isn't the question. I'm just curious.
8 years next month.
Bro, that's wild. Bro, I'm such a baby. Oh my god. Like, well, I mean, like, granted, like, I think I've been competing for like, it'll be 6 years in December. So like, I've still been, but not just in Smash, like in other games. So like, I've still been around for a while, but that's still crazy to me. Like every time someone exceeds that number, I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a child. Okay. Sick. Okay. 8 years. Chances are you've had a few tournaments that stick out, good or bad or ugly, and we're focusing on the ugly. We want to know, what is your weirdest, most awkward, strangest tournament interaction you've ever had? Any game, any event, any state, doesn't matter, but like what's the one standout, like that was weird as hell, like super weird?
Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna sort through a couple in my head real quick.
I was gonna say, you got 8 years,
you got
bro.
time.
Take your time. Like, you can take your time.
All right. Let me ring through them real quick, because there's been some weird ass shit. You meet some weird motherfuckers out there. Not even like, it won't even always be Smash people. It'll be like random people that wander into the Smash area, which
that's always funny.
Yeah. So here's one. I'm at get on my level. My first time being in Toronto.
My man.
And I'm at the venue, and I was caught off by the amount of homeless people in the area. That was a bit of a shock. But I think one of them, or I guess the couple, crept into the venue.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there with my girl at the time, and we're watching like top 8, top 16, whatever it is. And there's like,
which year was this, by the way?
It was 2019.
2019. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. And we're watching this, and there's like 2 seats open, or like 1 seat like on each side of us, right? And this big dude kind of looked like a meth addict, comes with his girlfriend, also kind of look a little questionable, and he's got a weird like water bottle of liquid, I don't know what it was, and he sits down. It was so weird. And he sits down, and he's to the left of me, and so it's me, or it's him, me, my girl, and then his girl sits on the other side, and he puts his arm around me, going almost to my girl, and he's like, hey, you want a drink? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know what that. Like, you can see the scars on his arms, and I'm like, no, I don't want your drink, dude. Yeah, in fact, I'd like it if you just kind of got off of me. And then it gets weirder because he's like, all right, more for me, and he starts drinking. And he also offered some to my girl, and then she's like, no. And then the set finishes. He only stayed for this one set. He gets up, and he goes over to my girl, and he taps on her, and he's like, you got a real keeper there. And then he touches her and then walks away, and we're just like, who the fuck was that? What did he try and offer? Why was he touching us? Like, I didn't want to tell him no. Like, he's clearly not right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have a badge. I don't know how he got in here. He just walked in. And
Well, the gobble security was decent, though. That's actually a good question.
That's why I was getting left. Literally, I saw him walk out of the building, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And my girl was like, who? And that study, because I had a couple homeless interactions there. There was another one where some dude was talking about smashing heads in the skull when we were on like the little bus thing. And then I was like, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. She's like, we gotta get off. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Yeah.
But that one stuck out to me because normally you can have weird passing comments, but like he was touching me and offering me drinks.
Oh yeah, that's
Weird.
That's really
I
weird.
was like, no, dude, I don't want any of that. So that one
that's not a
definitely
fun
stood
one.
out the most.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had like in my scene anyway, like COD or Smash. I've never had a crazy interaction like that. Like we get our fair share of weirdos, but like addicts. Like, oh God, no. Thank God.
Can I give you a quick honorable mention? I'm not going to name
Oh
names.
yeah. Throw it in.
We were at a tournament. I wasn't playing him, but it was some of my region's best players, and one of them got tight, and he threw a chair. He got so mad. Boom! Broke. And we were like, calm the fuck down. We started getting the band hammer ready. He was like, bro, you cannot be throwing chairs like that. Hold your L. But no, I mean, you get a lot of moments over the years, but yeah, that was definitely the one that stuck out the most.
Oh my God, there's a tournament series in Ottawa that's called Don't Kick Chairs, because at the previous monthly, before that one was created, a guy lost his set and like literally like field goal football kicked a chair, and it went like fucking flying, and I think he also like broke his foot or something. But like, so they just was like, oh, let's just call the tournament Don't Kick Chairs. Just a friendly reminder. And I was like, you know what, good name for an event.
That makes sense,
yeah.
That's
I mean, it's good advice to
scary.
live by, right? If there's one thing that a smasher could tell you, words to live by, just don't kick chairs.
Don't kick them. They're just chilling.
We have a pretty strict no throwing things policy in my scene. We had to really cut that shit.
Chairs is
Yeah.
Controllers either. Sometimes the shrapnel gets going. It's awkward, man. Just go outside, punch a wall. We had that happen before. He fucked his hand up.
Bro, I did that. That's how I broke my hand.
Yeah.
God.
I remember one time we were at a tournament and I was like, my friend was nervous, like, oh, you want a hand massage to warm you up for that? He's like, and I started doing it. He's like, my wall punching hand. And I was like,
He's ready. He's got that shit named and locked and ready to go, dude.
He's right though, bro. I mean, like all gamers got like, I swear the amount of gamers I meet who have either done it before or like have that desire to just like fucking, take the wall to town. But bro, because I'm a fucking idiot, because when I did it at a venue, right? That was the only time I've ever done it at a venue, right? But I've been playing games before where I've like punched through drywall. And so in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm like a pimp, but it's fucking drywall. It's easy shit. But then I go to this venue, and when I gear up to like fucking smash the wall, I'm a moron because I don't know why I decided to hit the bathroom stall instead of the wall. And bathroom stalls are made of like metal plastic.
They're hard bitches, yeah.
Like, dude, like, so I walk up to it and I was like, fuck, and then just fucking like decked it. And then I was like, oh my God, like, I actually thought I dislocated like my knuckle at first because my bone was like pushed back here. So then I looked down at my hand and it looked like my knuckle had collapsed. And I like, actually, it was a funny thing. There was a guy in my region named Space. And after I broke my hand, I walked out of the washroom and my first thing was like, I said, Space, I broke my hand. And then he goes, well, what do you want me to do about it? And I was like, you know what? Valid response. Like, I don't know what I was expecting because I walk out and I was like looking at him like he was supposed to do something. Like, I don't know why the fuck I said it, but oh my God. We learned our lesson though, ladies and gentlemen. Don't punch walls. It's not good.
Don't kick the chairs.
Just don't do physical assault things to objects.
Salty. Chat and smash GG. Let them know you think they're trashing their carry.
Exactly.
Easy. It's
That's
just
all
simple.
it is. You say someone's carried, and then it makes it full circle. You're fine after that. That's the sadness will set in later on the carpool home.
Yeah.
That they don't tell you about. That one they don't tell you about. You can call someone carried, and you can feel fine about yourself, and then you're gonna get in the carpool home, and then you're gonna get all depressed. But
Yeah.
that one they don't tell you about. You have to learn that one yourself.
Yeah, there's a lot of those unspoken rules which you figure out when you start doing the travel.
Yeah, when you spend longer traveling than you do at the venue, that's when that's when shit hits different. When you're like, damn, I was there for like an hour.
Oh my
Like,
God, dude. Like when I went to Frostbite, bro, like the 4.5-hour car ride home, I'm sitting there the whole time, like, my bracket. Like,
yeah,
just the whole time, like,
Oh yeah.
I underperformed. Like,
Oh yeah. That is.
oh my God. I think I like met or exceeded my seating at Frostbite too, but I was still pissed. I was still just like, oh, this is so sad, bro. Oh my God. Wait, oh my God, Myron. Wait, I gotta talk about this first. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this set because we got 5 minutes here, so we'll wrap it up on this, I guess. But when I first met you, it wasn't online like with my TikTok shit and with Twitch streaming, like you and I first defining. It was at Frostbite, right? When we played in doubles. And you've become like a local legend in our sub region because we always said like everyone's like, oh, Frostbite, talk to it, like any cool stories, whatever. And I was like, there's two that were fucking hilarious as shit. And the first one was we were playing doubles. It was me, Slime, my static, shout out to Slime, and Myran versus Uncivil Ninja, okay? And so we got 2-0, fairly close set, but we got to, it was close though. GG's, it was close though.
They did pretty good. They did pretty good.
We did solid. And so we finished the set, but I remember there was one point in game 2 when I suck and cooked you at 30% and you missed the tech. And then you yelled fuck, but you yelled fuck like fuck. And our whole venue, like anytime anyone does anything wrong, we'll all go fuck really loud. You said that fuck one time, and then people were like, "Oh, like how'd your set with Myran go?" I was like, "Bro, we lost 2-0, but I heard Myran go fuck." You've been like immortalized in our scene. But also there's another one too, because this was after the set, but my static partner, my doubles, like Slime was in the washroom. And you know the Frostbite line washroom? Like all majors have a really problem with like the washrooms because there's only one or two for all 2,000 of us, and we're all gamers. We all shit and piss constantly. Like we're a problem. Okay, we're a problem genetically. It's a gamer thing. I don't know. We all piss way too much. But line for the Frostbite washroom's insane. And I remember no one was using the kiddie urinal in the Frostbite washroom. Everyone was using, there was like 3 adult ones. Then there was one that was like literally on the floor. And my partner's in line for the washroom, and he said, you walked into the washroom and you went up to the kiddie stall and you were like, is anyone using this? And then you did like a small, like you were standing up, and then you were like, fucking squat to get on the same level of the fucking kitty urinal, bro. And he was like, he took a photo afterwards of the urinal. He's just like, Myran just pissed in this. Like, he didn't take a photo of you pissing, by the way. He did not film you pissing, but he took a photo of you, like the urinal that you used. So funny. Oh
I don't even remember that, but that sounds like some shit I do. I'm like, is anyone using this?
No, you were like, no one's using this? Okay. And then you like squatted down 2 feet to be able to reach the urinal because it was literally like fucking 2 feet off the ground. Like, that's it. So funny. Oh my God. So I literally have it saved in my Snapchat camera roll. Like, if I go back to February, it literally just says, Myran just pissed in this fucking urinal.
Well, what can I say? I'm a man who gets what he wants, and I had to piss. So,
no, I respect that. Listen, at the end of the day, like modern problems, modern solutions, bro. Yeah. Literally, there was a line out the damn doors, 30 minutes to get to the fucking stalls, and you were just like, no one's using it. Like, I see an opportunity.
Hey, I gotta take it.
Like, no, yeah, I respect it. So, I mean, you thought ahead. Like, no one else had that kind of ingenuity to go after it.
About that set where I said fuck, I think it was kind of like a little bit of depression in my voice. It wasn't like, I'm angry. It's like,
No. I know. It wasn't an angry fuck. It was more like, did I really just make that like basic ass mistake? Like, you guys still won the set, but the way, because the fuck was more like, it wasn't like fuck. It was like, fuck. Like, it did like a sort of crescendo.
It's like, am I gonna lose because of this? Like, what?
Yeah, you were like, oh my God, I really did miss that just now. Yeah. Like, it was more of a depression one. Yeah, you're right.
No, but I definitely remember the set, and I remember that. But yeah, in the bathroom, they're gonna remember. That sounds about right. So I'm glad I give you guys something to take back home to Canada. Consider that little piece of Myran you guys can keep with you at all times.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been holding that dear in our hearts since the event. So that the most popular Florida player here in London would be Myran. So
thank God.
You know, you got the honors.
Adding that one to the Smash Wiki.
Exactly, yo, put them on. I'll tell Crosshair. I got the connects for the wikis, so I'll text him and just be like trivia. You know when they have the trivia section? Trivia. Armando Myran pissed in the kitty urinal. Very popular in London, Ontario. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think we're at 9 here.
Yeah.
And I think that'll do unless King or Myron got anything they want to shout out real quick. Also, Myron, plug your socials.
Yeah, plug your
For those
socials
not
stuff.
following you.
It's Myran SSB for everything. MYRAN SSB, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I also just moved my coaching over to Metafy. If you want to get good at Smash, I'm a multi-PGR, multi-game player. I'm sick as fuck. I piss on urinals that are too short for me. I can literally do anything. It's cheap as fuck. Don't go to MK Leo. He's like 4 times as expensive.
Fuck that guy, dude. He's not even good.
He's not even good. He's not here.
Right now.
Who's
He's
that?
not even
MK who?
Shit talking. Shit talk.
Don't even know.
Who?
There it is.
Fuck him. Fuck that guy. Oh my god. No, he's such a sweetheart. I can't even. I'm sorry. I can't even do that.
Yeah,
He's such a nice guy. Oh my gosh.
But no, seriously,
well,
dude, don't go to him. Go to me.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, Leo hasn't been on this podcast, so by default we have to root for you, right? Like whether or not we have a relationship, it doesn't even matter. You're here, he's not. So
Also, shout out to Jacob.
When we get MK Leo on the show, then at that point, you know, you're gonna have to fight for airtime with him, right? So it's like we'll bring that conversation back up.
In real life.
Oh, yo, I'd pay to see that.
I would pay to see that, dude.
Absolutely.
I'm like almost 6'3".
Bro, we literally talked about this at the last fucking podcast. We were saying we should just have like a side bracket where we fight, like it's an actual fighting event. Like how fun would that be? You pull up at a major and just fucking Leo and Sam Sora are in the ring, like fucking Meister's in the corner, like he's like Sam Sora's cut man, like he's just like how funny would that shit be if we did that instead of fucking normal side brackets? Like come on, random dinos or beat the shit out of Tweak. Like which one sounds more fun? You know? Like,
I feel that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that's it. Unless King, you got anything?
One last shout out to my boy Pound Cake for the hooking us up with Myron because we wouldn't be able to do it without him. So Pound Cake,
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. But thank you for everyone for watching. Next week we'll do a little stay tuned on who we got for that. I think we're gonna say now next week is episode 9, even if it's wrong, just so I don't have to start out the podcast by just getting mad at King for
we'll just go for it.
So episode 9 is next week. You heard it here first. So in case we fuck up, you guys know that it is. But we will message Twitter and whatnot. Again, Myron, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it a ton. And you know what, guys? Just have a good one.
Peace.
Stay safe.